Hey guys, Joonas here, the founder of Edge Alert Up. So for this week's update, I thought I'd just record a short webinar just because there are a few things to talk through. So for today, I'm going to go through the recent performance update just on all the systems. I'm going to preview tomorrow's Super Saturday. It's one of the biggest days of racing promotions that we've ever seen. And I'm also going to talk about the bonus bet performance report that we sent out early on in the week, which broke down how the bonus bet tips have been going across sports, racing, etc. And I'm just going to talk through that, but also answer some of the questions that have come out since we've released that report. So firstly, performance report, Platinum Racing. Look, things keep chipping away nicely here. It's pretty, as members will know, day to day there's a bit of volatility in the P&L, but week to week there's very little. So you just need to just apply the system consistently and you'll enjoy this profit curve. Last Saturday was a really tough day. It was actually our worst day ever, just by a freak chance. But look, these things happen, and the 5% staking rule prepares you for these potential wipeout days. And it ended up actually being an up week, even with that day. So it's really just reaffirms the importance of stake sizing, which we keep talking about. But overall, Platinum Racing is performing extremely well. 31% profit on turnover, which is just uptick from 30 recently. But as you'll see in a sec when we go into the bonus bet performance report, it's actually higher if you do follow the bonus bet tips. Same game multis, these are performing quite nicely, averaging a couple of $100 a week profit. NRL and AFL, yeah, there's some good edge there, so that's what we're sort of taking out of the market, that edge there. So, chipping away, performing reasonably nicely there as well. So the weekend ahead, or really tomorrow, huge day. Bet Deluxe has come back with 45 races. They do need a minimum of 8 runners per race, so this will more likely be, we'll do the full field tomorrow or full schedule tomorrow, but it'll most likely be more like 40 races, but nonetheless a huge day. Sports Bet's back with 27 races. Interestingly, Tab are doing a tote only on a Saturday, which takes a little bit of the edge out of it, because there is more margin in tote pools. It is also harder to pick them off. However, on a Saturday, I'm not too worried about that because there is so much mug betting flow that we can sort of pick the value around. So I'm not too worried about that. But it is interesting to note that that's the first time they've ever done that on a Saturday from what we can see. Cool. One other thing I'd just say here is we're seeing these smaller bookies continue to do more and more racing promotions. So stay tuned. We're going to do a full look across all the small bookies in the upcoming weeks and just report on which ones are best to have, how quick they are to promo ban, what the tricks are around that, especially with the smaller bookies. So stay tuned for that. That'll be very interesting. Bonus bet performance report. So as I mentioned early on in the week, we released this, and I'll just slide it up. So really we've got bonus bet tips for racing, for premium and platinum members, just as a standard on Saturdays and Wednesdays. We've also got a bonus bet tips membership category. So this summarizes all the bonus bet tips across racing and sport. And really, look, there are a lot of numbers here, but ultimately what we really care about is what we're converting bonus bets into cash at. So what percentage? And that's this number here, 118.7%. As long-term members will know, we assume 90% conversion, so we're significantly outperforming that, which is very nice to see. What's been a really nice surprise, I'll just say, is racing. We've got a huge sample size of 306 tips, and we're winning at 32.4% profit on turnover. That is quite spectacular, and the theory I have with this is that because there are so many promotions on Wednesdays and Saturdays these days, the front ends of the markets just tend to be undervalued. Or underpriced, I should say. They're just unders, the whole front end of the field. So we're getting a lot of good signals around that $10, $12 mark. We're picking off 11s when it probably should be 8s, picking off 12s when it probably should be 10s, that sort of thing. So it's been, off that sample size, it's fantastic to see that. Some questions that have come out of this since releasing the report. Should I just back the bonus bet tips with cash? Potentially, yeah. Especially the racing model tips, because there's such a large sample now that the edge is beyond any doubt, really. Another question that's come out is, should I stake higher with the bonus bets because they are performing so well? I'd still suggest you stick to the whatever stake size you have per race. Have that on any price, any bonus bet tips under $10. I'd have half your bonus bet stake, half your normal stake in the $10 to $20 range, and quarter if it's over 20. That's kind of a good rule to follow. Just nice and simple, and it'll be quite effective. So that's the bonus bet report. If you've got any other questions, just let me know on Telegram. So next, just quickly going into the current membership offers that people have been asking about. We've got 3 offers. We've got this racing quick starter. The aim of that is to just quickly get you started with Saturday and Wednesday racing. For the first month, you get this spectacular price here with a racing maximizer, which gets the most out of the racing system. We're combining platinum and the extra bonus bet tips. And then we've got this all access deal. Again, for the first month, you've got this special price, and then it goes up $25. So they're the current offers. And you can cancel those anytime. You can cancel, upgrade, downgrade at any time, so there's no lock-in there. Upcoming research reports. I thought I'd just quickly just sort of preview what's coming. These are the 2 next things that we're just finalising the reports on. So tote betting. This has sort of come to the fore now that the tab's offering a lot of tote-only racing promotions, and many people have an idea of how the tote system works, but there are actually some things that most people don't know about tote betting, which makes it completely scandalous, to be quite frank. Essentially, there's a big syndicate out there that has a monopoly on the totes, and they're essentially just stealing from Joe Punter on the street who's betting into tote betting pools. So we're just sort of going to reveal this in the next week or two, and it should be very interesting. From a betting standpoint, as a member, for example, tomorrow on the tote specials, it's fine to still bet into that. That's fine. The edge is about 25-26% on turnover. It's not quite 31, but it's still very high. So there's no issue there. The second thing we're looking at is the bookie industry in Australia. We've recently had just a bunch of smaller ones open up, and some members are having issues getting promo banned very quickly. So we're going to look into that landscape, especially of the smaller bookies, and how to optimize promo betting with those, because there are about 20 bookies right now that you can have accounts with, and they all offer a whole heap of racing promotions especially, but for those who are looking at from a lifetime value perspective, for those who are approaching it more from a long-term perspective, you need to play it smart and tactfully, so that you don't get promo banned too quickly. So those are in the works. Cool, so that's really it. If you've got any questions, I'm best contactable on Telegram on that handle, or you can email me here. Cheers, guys.